Hey guys, hope y'all are doing fantastic. I know I am. I'm trying to get out of town, as you may have seen on my Facebook page, but I had an epic trip to Walmart today. It took an hour and a half. The checkout process took 30 minutes. Hey Sherry, so I'm super happy, hey Paula, to be here crafting because I need to decompress from my Walmart trauma. Has anyone ever had trauma at Walmart? It's terrible. So we are going to, hi Paula, we're going to make this pretty box tonight. Isn't it nice? I saw somebody make a box with this mosaic on the demonstrator party planning place, and I just took it up a notch. So, and I want you to go ahead and look at my fingernails. They're vacation ready, although these have already gotten chipped, so I'm gonna have to redo. But just look at my left hand tonight if you don't mind. Just kidding. All right, but before I take you on a trip to see how to make this pretty box, I promised you I would show you some swaps. So I love doing swaps because I get some fun cards that are stamp sets that I may not have bought. So I love getting a variety of things, and I participated in a swap recently with people that have earned the incentive trip, so that's awesome. And they typically do a really good job. It's a full card swap, and we had, the coolest thing about this swap is it was restricted to items that were not on the product purchased premiere. I'm going to adjust my camera here. So, you know, I love Bird Ballad. I love all the things, but I feel like we got saturated with it because that's what we all had for a while. So all of these swaps I'm about to show you are swaps that were not part of the product purchased premiere. So they were stamps that could not be bought during the product purchase premiere. I'm going to start with this one. I told Sherry about it today, but it's adorable. So it's one of our cute new stamp sets. I don't even know the names of all these sets. I'm just going to show you the swaps. I'm literally just dumps part of them out of a bag. There's too many to show all of them. We have this just cute little walrus card, and look, they use the Perennial Essence paper like water. I know you already ordered that, Sherry. I knew that stamp set. The first time I saw it, I knew you were going to get it. We have this cute Christmas in July situation going on here, and it looks like they fussy cut that. They're really talented at that, but they colored that with blends, made a cute little Christmas card. Look at this. It's like a brusho. Oh no, that's not brusho. I get it now. Okay, I just went through these so fast. This is Designer Series paper. It's the one with all the hexagons, and then this is a framelit, so it cuts that out, and then you can see that black paper is behind it. So that's kind of neat. We've got this gorgeous sympathy card here. It's really sweet. I love this stamp set. It's very flowery and sweet. And all these stamp sets are from the new annual catalog. So if you're wondering, that's where you need to go look. Dinosaurs are always a hit. This is a really precious card. It looks like that's a framelit that cuts that out. And then this is like stamped and lots of detail here. I would guess that's woven threads stamp set. It's a really neat purple card with the embossing folder. This stamp is just really pretty. Another dinosaur card. This is a cute, I've seen a few of these. Thank goodness for grandma. So you've got a lot of customers, I'm sure, that are grandmas. They might like that, or maybe you are. I know Sherry is. All right, so we've got this little cute dino card. Sherry, I think you need the dino for your grandson. He'll be old enough for dinos before you know it. We've got a little I love this seahorse card because they went ombre like left to right and just went dark, light, 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 light. And just, this is a very unique card. This is the Pressed Petals Suite. It's a really good suite for sympathy cards, for sure. Love this set. I can't remember what it's called, but I just bought it. It's a real bold, pretty flower set. This bug set is the cutest. Is it not? And then one more Christmas in July card. So that's from the same stamp set called something. I can't remember. But it's really cute. And I love how they put that tin tile behind it with some red rhinestones. So there are swaps galore for you. I'll have more swaps for you the next time I'm on Facebook Live. I don't want to overwhelm you with all the swaps. I also want to show you the swap that I did for my Stampin' Up! Trip. So y'all have seen this card before, but I just had to show you the stack of swaps that I made for my Greece trip. And I'm just really proud. I think people will really like these. Hey, Susie. So I just had to show you that. Show and tell. My swaps are done. It's a miracle. I got them done like a number of days ago. I want to give you a sneak peek of what we're doing at Technique Club this month. It turned out way cooler than I thought. We're using the Let It Ride stamp set, and we're learning how to no line watercolor. So you can see there's no lines here. I just watercolored that, and I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that, and we're going to make this cute card. I got the idea for the layout of the card from my good friend Erica Serwin. Very cute. All right, so let's get down to business. We are going to make this cute card box, and we're going to use this suite called the Mosaic Mood Suite. It is so cute. Actually, let me open it up this way so you can see all the pretty Stampin' Up! Projects with it. It's got hummingbirds, it's got butterflies, it's got very pretty roses. And this, though, is what caught my eye right off the bat. And it's the embossing folder, but they used metallic paper. So you can see here what I did with that. I'm super excited about how cute that turned out. But let's go through what's in this suite. So first you've got the memorable mosaic stamp set. So it's got a cute set that goes this way, a set that goes this way that coordinates with this punch. It's called the Timeless Label Punch, and it is a timeless label. I would agree to that. And sending all happy wishes with this is pretty tree, these little circles, a thank you, which is always good, and then this cute little whatever that is. And that's all to say about the stamp set. The paper, I don't have a ton of it left, but it's really pretty. And what you may not notice about the paper until you are like looking at it is that one side of all the paper is shiny, so it's like embossed. Look here, you can see how that is like embossed there. And then this is the flat side. We've got our hummingbird side. See how that's embossed? So the paper just comes like that. It's already awesome. That's that paper, and that's the other side. But you can see all the different designs in that paper, and it's wonderful. Oh wait, here's the rest of it. Oh, this is my favorite set of it. So you can see I've already chopped it up, but you've got these roses that you can cut out and just use on their own. And the back of that is a real cool monochromatic piece. And then this is a real neat leafy piece with butterflies on back. So, and the colors in this suite, in case you're wondering, are Blushing Bride, Crushed Curry, Garden Green, Mint Macaron, Soft Suede Terracotta Tile, Vanilla, and White. So, all right, but let's get down to our box. All right, so we are going to start with, so I noticed right off the bat that the box used 12 by 12 paper. So the cool thing is this 12 by 12 in color cardstock comes in all the new in colors. So you can pop out a piece of the terracotta tile and pop that out. So my epic trip to Walmart meant that I didn't get to pre-cut stuff for you, so you get to see this project from the ground up. All right, so you're going to start with your 12 by 12 piece, and the first thing you're going to do is simply cut off 1 inch from the 12 by 12 piece of paper so that it becomes 11 by 12. And now your paper is 11 by 12, and you're going to score it at on the 11-inch side. So that's this side, the 11-inch side. No, wait. That's the 12-inch side. On the 11-inch side. Hey, Kristen. We're making a cool box. You're going to score this at 2 and 9. So 2 and 9. And then on the 12-inch side, you're going to score it at 5 and 7. Pretty simple. All right, and then for the lid, you're going to have a piece that is 10 and 1/16 by 5 and 1/16. Let me see. And you can use a regular piece of terracotta tile for that. So you don't have to use a whole 12 by 12 sheet for that. But the 12 by 12 sheet is close. So that's what I'm going to use. So you're going to go 10 and a half. Where did I put my cutter? Here it is. You're going to go 10 and a half. 10 and 1/16. So the 1/16 is that very first tiny hash mark after the 10. By 5 and 1/16. So 5 and 1 tiny hash mark. Oh, I didn't show you where that was. That's the 5 and 1 tiny hash mark. Right there is where you cut it. All right, so now you're done with your cutter. So you've got these pieces. Now this piece that was your lid, you're gonna actually score 1 and 1/2 inch all the way around. So you're gonna score it, score it, score it, and score it. Voila. So you've got your lid and then you've got your box part. All right, so now you need to get your scissors, your paper snips, and you're going to cut into it like this. So you're only cutting into it on these little pieces here. And then you're going to cut in voila. So now you're going to take your bone folder, have a sip with your drink. All right. You're going to take your box and you're going to use your bone folder to what we call burnish or fold down all these edges. And then ideally you would use tear and tape for this step, but I do not know where my tear and tape is right now. I'm trying to get out of town and my craft room is a little bit crazy, if you can imagine. So glue dots actually work fine. This box stayed together with glue dots. So you can use tear and tape or glue dots, whatever. So you're going to put one of these flaps in. You're going to get your glue dots, stick them here and here. And then your glue dots can go here and here. All right, so now all you're gonna do is bring this end up, squeeze where those glue dots are, this end up, squeeze where those glue dots are. Voila, and then you're gonna do the same thing. So you put your little flap in first, and then actually I'm gonna do this with my scissor. Getting super fancy here. I'm gonna put my glue dot on there, my glue dot on there, and I'm just gonna use 2 on this side, and this for the sake of time. All right, so this is your box. You've got a nice box that's ready for your mosaic cards. And then your lid, you would want to fold this with a bone folder, but in the interest of time, I'm just gonna use my hands. So, you're going to fold in your small flaps first. Hey, Valerie, how are you? And hey, Dauber Dew, watching from Michigan. Good to meet you. We have cousins in Michigan. They live in Lake Orion. All right, so we're going to put this lid on. Fold these little flaps in. Just put a little dab of glue dot on these corners. And I really was surprised that this held together with just glue dots, but it did. It's not a box that wants to come apart. It's a pretty heavy box. So it doesn't, it's not a, it wants to be a box. Voila. Super cute. Okay. Thank you for sharing, Dauber. I appreciate you. That's awesome. So your box is now a box, and it can hold some fabulous mosaic cards. Now, I realized that I had a stack of mosaic cards out that I was going to show you. Let me get over here and grab them. Got a couple here. So what I would stick in this box, of course, are some very pretty mosaic cards. There's 2 for you to see. Let me grab the rest of them. I bet you I've got a few in my little bag of tricks over here. It's just such a pretty set. But let me flip through here and find, oh yeah, this is one of my favorites. My friend Becky Ligon made that card. So cute. Let's see if there's any more mosaic cards in my card stash. I cleaned out my, ooh yeah, that's pretty. Cleaned out my craft room and put them all in a box. Okay, that's about all. Oh, found another one. It's like a treasure. So what you would do is grab some envelopes, which I will grab real quick, and you'd want to get your envelopes behind your cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fold them up real pretty, and then stack your cards on top, and that is what you would plop in here. And there's plenty of room for it. This box actually holds 5 by 7. So you got your little Mosaic Madness cards. Mosaic, I keep saying Mosaic Madness. It's Mosaic Mood. Sorry. Mosaic Mood Suite. Okay, so now we've got our structure of our box, but we have to decorate. So what's funny is I used all of my designer paper covering this box. So I'm just going to walk you through this. It's not hard. And actually, I went ahead and put the designer paper down before I assembled the box. But this side is covered with 6 7/8 by 4 7/8. So you need 2 of those because you have the front and you have the back. And by the way, it matters because for whatever reason, all these, what do you call them? Hummingbirds are facing the same direction. So be aware of that when you cut it. I just got lucky, I think, when I cut it. And then you're going to need two strips, sorry, that are 4 7/8 by 1 7/8. So that goes on your sides. You're just going to stick those down with snail. I stuck these with glue dots because that was on my table. So you've got your box, 11 by 12. Score it on the 11-inch side, 2 and 9, and on the 12-inch side, 5 and 7. And then for your lid, let me write that here. Then you're gonna do 10 1/16 by 5 1/16, score it 1/2 all the way around, cut it like I showed you. But then the designer paper, we just went over that. But the lid designer paper, now I didn't use designer paper, I used the gold. But these pieces are 1 7/8 by 1 3/8 right here. This is one that's 7/8 by 1 7/8. No, I'm sorry. There's two that are 7/8 by 1 7/8, and those are the ones on the end. So those are your end pieces, 7/8 by 1 7/8. This piece is 6 7/8 by 1 7/8, and so that's how you do that. Now, all I did to make this gorgeous paper, it looks like the yellow brick road. I was talking to Sherry about it at work today. Is I literally just stuck a piece of this gold paper in this Mosaic embossing folder. It's one of our thick 3D embossing folders, and ran it through my Big Shot, and this is how it comes out. Is that not fabulous? And I don't know if you can tell, but it not only embosses, but it's got like a texture that makes it look like cobblestones. So it just, it's just stunning. I thought it was going to be cool, but when I did it, it was like over the top cool. So all you're going to do is cut out these pieces and stick them on your lid. Okay. And y'all can do that. Y'all are stampers. I bet. I feel certain that you can figure that out. So then you're going to put your box together after you've put your cards in. Pretend I put my cards in. The next piece of awesome that we're going to put on this is this mint macaron ribbon. So it's part of the suite. It is 1/4 inch ribbon. Thank you, Paula. I think it is really pretty. So we're going to just tie a pretty bow with our mint macaron ribbon. It's got a really neat texture that I think kind of mirrors the cool texture that's on the embossing folder. You'd have to really touch it to know, but it's a really cool texture. So I'm going to trim that off a little bit because it got a little long on this side for whatever reason. All right, so you've got your box. But now I want to make it extra special. So we're going to reach for our stamp set and a scrap of Whisper White. And we're going to start by stamping with mint macaron. So when I'm using two colors, I like to start with the lighter color first, because when you rinse out your ink pad and you try to go to the next color, it's a little bit kinder and gentler. So first we're going to stamp this in mint. Then we're going to use, I just grabbed this out, I haven't even opened it yet. We're going to use our stamp cleaning pad. This is a new product, but it's awesome because you can just have it like right next to where you're stamping. And it's small, so it's like good, and it just probably, I assume it stays wet. Ooh, it's so pretty. So you're just going to go like that. Whoop, boom, boom. Oh, that's clean. I like it. All right, and then you're going to stamp your whole situation again in terracotta tile. So now our punch is going to come into the picture. So this is the timeless label punch, and I know for certain this is not going to work because I did not think about that before I stamped it. And I can cut in close to that word because I'm going to do something else with it. So really all we're trying to get out of this is our terracotta piece here. So of course, this is Stampin' Up, so it's going to go perfectly with our punch, timeless label punch. Now what we're going to do is take this mint piece and we're just going to fussy cut it. And I'm going to rapid fire. Now I'll show you something that I learned that I hope you may or may not have ever seen. But when you're fussy cutting, the way to do it quicker and prettier is to hold your scissors stationary. So see how my scissors are not moving? And I'm moving the paper around with my hand. So that gives me a lot more control and it allows me to be a lot more precise. Then you want to leave like a halo around the area that you're cutting. So it just looks better. I think it's more of a little bit of an artistic look. So I'm going to get up in that crook of that R. And then I'm going to quickly go through this. So this is just a neat way to kind of isolate part of your stamp set that you want to just stand out. And now we're going to take I wonder, let's do dimensionals. Let's go for dimensionals, but we're going to use our minis because this is a pretty tight little spot here. And we're going to pop this little kindness over so that you can't see where the terracotta piece, and it says all the pieces of your kindness make my life more beautiful. So that's really cool. And then I do think that this little piece could get a little bit lost on there. So anytime I see something like that, I just say, okay, let's give it some background. So we're going to take some terracotta tile that we have over here left over from our piece that we did, and we're going to make a little, what do you call it? Like a little backing for that. And that's going to go down with snail. And this is just a little decoration, but of course we're not going to stop there, because the other one thing that we haven't talked about yet, which is my favorite embellishment in the whole catalog, I've covered up, I will not let you rest until I find them, are these flower faceted gems. Aren't they to die for? I love them. Thank you, Paula. I've been called brilliant before, but I'll take it. All right, so we're going to take our flower faceted gems and we're going to put them, one of them here. I think let's do 2. I'm feeling 2 tonight. How about y'all? Oh, it's so pretty. So now this is just, I'm going to pop that onto the actual box with some dimensionals that are kind of gnarly over here. I'm getting down to the last part of it. And that just gives it a little special punch. So wouldn't you like to receive this in the mail? I mean, just receive this as a gift. I think it's gorgeous. So let's review all of the things in our memorable Mosaic Mood Suite. Lord, this video is going to be memorable. We have the Mosaic Mood stamp set, the Timeless Label Punch, the Mosaic embossing folder, which is the best embossing folder I think in the catalog. Very pretty. We have the Mosaic Mood Designer Series paper. We have our sparkly floral embellishments, the flower faceted gems, and there are 24 in here, in case you're wondering. And then we have our mint ribbon, so it's really cute. So the cool thing about this suite and all of our suites in the new catalog is you can simply use one number, 152, 172, and get the whole suite for $75.50. And the suite itself is a good price for a suite. It has a good variety of things. Just remember when you get your suite to make sure you've got some inks that go with it, so you can use your mint and your terracotta tile are 2 that go with it, and there's certainly others. Now, a question that I had from Sherry today that I'll share with you is, if your order gets, if you are I wonder if they would ever make a stamp set with several options for a punch like this one. Well, yeah, they do some pretty cool things with punches, so that's nice. So if your order gets big, if you're a happy shopper or just an excited shopper, and you get to the point where you can get a half price item, which is at $450, then what you can do is get the bundle. So there's a Mosaic bundle, which includes the stamp set and the punch. What you are not allowed to do in this catalog is get the suite for half price. So in the past, we were able to get the whole suite at half price, but I tried it. Well, of course I tried it, and it wouldn't let me. So just letting you know that you may not get the suite at half price. Let me see, where did I put my pretty cards? Let's look at those one more time. My Mosaic Mood cards. So you can fill them with whatever cards you want, but of course, could really go crazy and fill them with some really pretty Mosaic Mood cards just for someone. You were right, I could not get this suite half off, but I did get a bundle, so that's awesome. A half off bundle is a great deal. Okay, so I am so happy that you guys watched my video tonight. I will not be on Facebook Live next week because I will be in the Greek Isles with Stampin' Up, but I will post a video about a fun product that I have to show you next week. And I'll just let you know that this week that orders of $40 or more will receive the flower faceted gems. I don't think they're on back order yet. I'll have to check. If not, I'll let you know what you get. But the flower faceted gems are super awesome. So if your order is $40 or more, then you get the flower faceted gems for free. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic, thank you Sherry, a fantastic rest of your week. Bye.